Time, I believe it was in the Worlds qualifier, and they lost that game. It seemed like the Elise wasn't working. It's a legacy pick for him.
Yeah.
A pick that's been very strong in solo queue recently, so I'm happy to see it.
Also,
an element of a risk to it.
And a Lehen's legacy pick
True.
as well.
I guess we don't know for sure that it's not a support Elise. It is Lehen's, like you say.
Yeah.
Spirit animal in some ways, and it will be support Elise!
Oh, we've got it!
Good call, Atlas. You actually were the prophet this time. Support Elise from Lehen's, one of the champions that propelled him to rank 1 years ago. And you can just switch over to the melee form, the spider form, and get those much easier last hits. So,
yeah.
Just like Mada, who was streaming it, that is what we're seeing from Lehen's.
Be able to easily grab those ones away, cuz roaming around
Lehen's
here
is actually all
Lehen's,
alone with no flash.
Yeah, gets that very deep ward in there, does have the repel available, will get behind Pawn, but puts himself very close to that knock-up from the Zac, and he's likely just going to get taken down here. Tucson comes in, wants an assist, Deft wishes he had got one, but he actually did, as he nailed the W on the way through. And that is going to be, once again, a very easy pick-off to start this game. Challenger rank 1 as just Elise Sport and Singed. That'll do it, as Tarzan is going to meet Cuz.
Remember,
Rascal
has first rotation here.
Wants to dive on top of him, but Sword trying to put his body in the way.
You still don't win the
Cuz over here
2v2.
as well.
That's what you notice here. Is yes, you get a nice bit of damage onto Tarzan, but you still heavily lose the 2v2. It's level 5 Zac, so yeah, still have to move away from that. Pawn might be caught here.
Yeah, Chovy diving forward. The flash has to be used here from Pawn, but E was held onto for so long. There's the audacious charges. Pawn very, very low. Trying to get more done here, but gets their heads bogged together. Doesn't matter as Cuz still has to flash to get his way out, and he will lose his red buff as well.
Lose-lose scenario there for Cuz. It's so awkward because no doubt Pawn will say, come and help. He's level.
The end there. Nice knock-up from the decimating smash.
But
that is going to be, once again, the Rift Herald going down in favor of Tarzan.
Ezreal was trading up with the early Sheen. Mid lane's going just fine. Chovy farming it out. Pawn trying to chase.
Yeah, Tarzan able to audaciously charge over the wall on top of him there as well. Has to go into his stopwatch, but is this a see or death moment? That's the question. The answer is a definitive yes, as that teleport has to be followed, but that's one too many turret shots. The flash from Rascal, not able to take down Tarzan, just nonchalantly saunters out.
Exactly, the communication on point there. Tarzan could be at risk of being solo killed, and he's gone Klepto, so it's a pretty bank-heavy build on the side of the Jace.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like Smeb was really our biggest Blade of the Ruin King Jace player, as Deft gets engaged on here by Tarzan. That amount of damage is just despicable.
Oh, Cuz
dives forward. Yeah, he was looking for it. But unfortunately, without your 80 carry, he's just going to go down as Tarzan continuing the pressure. Turret falls. This guy, it feels like you give him any champion, he makes it look completely broken.
He's still pushing forward, is Tarzan. Tucson gets the hell out of there. They're going to take the bot lane quadrant. They're getting the top lane quadrant. How about some mid lane too? For the side of Griffin, they push up, and the gold lead, it's already 5,000 Atlas, and there's only 4 kills in the game.
Yep, and a Shroud down in the mid lane.
But I've seen the matchup enough to know he probably shouldn't be losing a turret solo.
Yeah. That being said, things going wrong elsewhere on the map as well, as Cuz, once again, looking for an engagement, but choosing your target as an Ezreal probably not a great idea, as there's the flash from Tarzan trying to turn it around. Gets knocked back. It's Rascal that's able to help out there, as Cuz should go down to the passive. The Q from Viper is enough for that. As Deft looking for a way into this fight. The Q able to do some damage, but it's Sword tanking the majority of it. Good knock up off to the side. Chovy 1v1 against Pawn, but low health bars here for Griffin. They're still pushing forward. Deft has the ultimate, and now the re-engage from Kingzone. Lehen's so incredibly low. The flash from Deft, as now we've got Sword channeling the Q, but that means the Deft free hitting onto him. It's going to be the Mystic shots there, and Viper way too low to get himself back forward. Zombie Scion is just a beast trying to take down Deft, as the teleport's here to turn it around once again.
Kali had no ultimate to impact this fight, so that Kali was largely a passenger. Deft does live, but Griffin don't lose. A fight that halfway through, if you paused it, looked like Kingzone's way back into the game.
Yeah, this fight continuing a little bit.
Down a cooldown, but he already has CDR on the build, so I'm sure Fear Beyond Death will be available soon. Viper's in the mid lane on Ezreal, that's what you prefer. This was actually in one of the replays, I would assume, because we missed this play on screen. Did we squish the spider again? We did.
Yeah. Cuz able to pick that one up. Thankfully, we've got that one down after the game to really understand everything that happened, because it was a 7,000 gold lead after that with what felt like a very even exchange. Griffin was still able to get so much more than Kingzone.
Now, there is an Infernal being worn by them, and Chovy could be taken down here. No ult, remember, on Pawn.
Yep. That being said, he will need to be very, very careful. Disdain not able to actually arm, and the Corrosive Charge also not going to find it because gets the flash out. Chovy will get his head bonked into the turret as Deft lands it this time, wants to find the Q.
Zion!
Doesn't get it! Sidestep from Deft keeps him out of the way, but now Pawn once again in a horrible spot, and Chovy gets into the Shroud and baits beautifully. Both of them go down. The best friends dead at exactly the same. We're growing to expect from them game in, game out.
Double tier already complete, as that visual bug was amusing. Scion style on the Ezreal. At least we're getting reproducible bugs now.
Yeah.
We can let Reader Games know as soon as possible.
Makes it completely fine, as I don't know what that was from Chovy, but I believe that was another visual bug paired with the use of the E.
So Griffin can't know they're 10,000 gold ahead, but they know they're pretty far ahead in this game. The only thing they need to avoid is Cuz's picture-perfect engage dominating a team fight. So really their biggest objective now is control it on the Baron. That part's easy. Their blue sides are very easy to put down Baron vision. And from there, ward those camps. If you can get wards on the camps, make that Zac accountable in any way, I think they're super, super comfortable with the position they're in. However, that information is available to the side of King Zone, so a control ward, even just on the rafters, might be enough to give them quite a lot of ability to put doubt into Griffin's mind before they start a Baron.
Well, Sword does have teleport available right now, actually. Rascal picks up that red buff. No steal to go over to Griffin here, but Pawn underneath this mid lane turret. I have a feeling he's dead. Another Cocoon's going to land. A very easy pick off under the turret in the mid lane. Who is even slightly out of position.
Where is the safe position against Griffin Atlas? I think it's perhaps here from the casting desk, where you don't have to hedge your bets at all.
What, right at the back of the fountain? Is that not okay?
You know, I don't know if you're safe there, Atlas.
That's real scary stuff. As I'm beginning to believe you, as Tucson just going to get solid out on the back end. Tarzan picks that one up very, very easily once again. Positional mistake, and Griffin are going to punish. It is 12,000 gold, the lead. I don't know how this gold has erupted into the pockets of Griffin. It's like they're being snuck lunch money max on the stage right now in front of everyone.
Very deep teleport being attempted here to try to squish a bug one more time.
Yeah, he's going to be able to transfer to the Baron really nicely. Has the Cocoon as Deft. He's going to be able to avoid it. Lahan's willed. Oh my god! The redemption keeps him alive for that little while longer. But Deft has the auto attack and finish.
He's always on the dance floor.
We need someone to make their intro video. We need someone to make their intro
Sword
video
is
of
the
the Griffin
everyman
sitcom.
who can do whatever he needs to do. I invented that term, so it's nice that we're getting some character moments from Griffin in game number 2.
Absolutely. I still need that intro video to be made. I need
The
that.
Griffin anime was already made. It was called LCK Spring 2018. It's when a team with no LCK players with any experience almost won the whole damn thing out. So we already saw the anime. Season 2, apparently the feedback was a bit more comedy.
Well, Lahan's is the one that's jumped on that train and is now going to get caught once again, but Cuz puts his face into that Cocoon, and that is not what you want. The rest of his friends do turn up. Kingzone have to back away. Chovy once again in his Shroud. One is started. Deft just explodes! Chovy found him, and Chovy dealt with him as well. Lahens gets in here, but he's not the one to talk about because all the damage is elsewhere. Cuz probably didn't want to actually kidnap anyone into the backline. His Sword just delivered free entry. The Urgot dies as an afterthought, and Rascal says, I don't want to go anywhere near you guys. I'm happy to sacrifice the base. I might take a turret on the map. The Griffins say they don't even want to sacrifice that.
Vindicating all the expectations
Against this squad, 15,000 gold the lead. It's 30 minutes into the game. I mean, they've lasted longer, I guess, is what you could write down in the VOD review as the pros column. But otherwise, there really isn't much of a pros column here for Kingzone. Team, we were wondering whether they were even going to be able to mesh together. What was this team going to be? Well, against Griffin, they've been found wanting, but I think that most teams will be in that same category as we've got another engage coming in from Tarzan. Gets the knockback as the kidnap's used just to get Cuz out of dodge. The damage still going to be there, and the inhibitor going to go down. Tarzan sacrifices half his health bar for that Cocoon. Landing onto Pawn, and he gets destroyed by Lahens. Has that Q damage just to get rid of the Urgot. And Chovy, what is that? Dives onto Deft, somehow got tagged, and that's the True Shot barrage, finishing it off. I don't know how that happened, but damn, Deft was, now you're here, now you're not, and the Nexus is going to go down because now no one has any damage to speak of. Griffin showing up here on the LCK stage for 2019. They were beasts in the Casper Cup, and they're continuing it on the LCK stage.
Welcome back to the LCK. Griffin, you have not missed a trick. 10 matches now is the streak since the start of Kesper Cup on the 2019 patch. And how long can that streak extend, both in the LCK and also over the course of 2019? Griffin don't need to step up and celebrate. No fist pumps needed. They know they've just done the minimum, and the minimum for Griffin is a 2-0.
And that tag and burst at the end from Chovy really solidifying what this match
Viper
was.
loved it so much after getting the kill, he just ran into the fountain and died. He was like, I need to die next to my good friend Deft.
Yeah, and also needs to try and even out his scoreline with his support play, you know, giving him some support, some moral support he gets from Lehens so often. You can see feeling probably a bit downtrodden are these guys. Pawn taking a while to get his mind into gear after what was a shellacking versus this team. I know we often reserve that for games that don't go very long, but regardless, it's what it felt like here. Just very lopsided, and this Griffin